list out the properties which we have done for the legendary polynomials. Okay, I am presenting my board. Just let me know that board is visible to all of you or not. Is it visible?
Visible.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you. So, if you remember, for the legendary polynomials E and X, we have started with the generating function that when you consider 1 upon square root of 1 minus 2x t plus t square, then this is the generating function for the legendary polynomial. That is what we have seen yesterday for t not equal to 1. After this, we have started with the properties using this generating function relation. Which are these properties? So first property we have seen for any n in set of natural number, Pn1 will be always 1. Then we have considered Pn of minus x will be nothing but minus 1 raised to n into Pnx. Means for any natural number and 0, if you consider the negative argument, then Pn of minus x will differ with the value of Pnx just with the sign plus or minus 1. So that we have seen. I think I have considered these two properties only, right? So this is what the property we have seen yesterday. So right now I want to consider the third property, that when you consider Pn of minus 1, so I will write here, show that Pn of minus 1 is minus 1 raised to n. Actually it follows from this directly, because see, Pn of minus 1 we want to find out. So I will replace here x by 1. So when I replace x by 1, this is minus 1 raised to n into Pn of 1. And Pn of 1 is already 1. So this is nothing but the minus 1 raised to n only. And directly it will follow from these two properties. Okay. So let us quickly write down this proof.
Ma'am,
Yes.
board is not visible.
Except TOEFL, everyone, are you able to see the board?
Yes, ma'am.
So TOEFL, you rejoin the meeting.
Okay, ma'am.
So already we know that Pn of 1 is equal to 1 and Pn of minus x is minus 1 raised to n into Pnx. Taking x is equal to 1, we have Pn of minus 1 is equal to minus 1 raised to n Pn that is equal to minus 1 raised to n because Pn of 1 is 1. So directly follows from these two properties. Okay. Next, I want to talk about the orthogonality of this legendary polynomial. So what is this orthogonality means? So first of all, need to please mute yourself. Yes. So first of all, if you remember the trigonometric functions, sin x you have considered sin 2x, sin 3x. In fact, you can consider 1 by 2 as well. So these are the family of trigonometric functions. Similarly, I can consider cosine function, tan function, all these functions. So these are the family of what you can say the trigonometric function, sine function. In general, I can write it as when I restrict my n from 1 to infinity or 0 to infinity, then this will be the family of sine functions, right? Now, suppose I will call it as fn. Suppose this family, this is the function sin x, therefore the notation f, and this family is depending on the number n, that's why the notation n. So suppose I am considering the function fn as this family, then when for different m and n, m and n are two natural numbers, they are differ by an integer, or you can say their values are different. In that case, when I consider fnx and fmx, consider the product of these two functions for different values of n and m. At that particular time, suppose you integrate it with the interval a to b. You integrate this interval, maybe any interval of real number system R. So consider any interval a to b. In that interval, you integrate different values of f and m. Suppose for some function wx, this will turns out to be 0. Suppose for this function, this turns out to be 0. This is called the weight function, and in that case, this fn is called the orthogonal function with respect to the weight function w of x. We will not go much detail in this part, but what is the orthogonality? Once you are given the family of the functions fn, I will denote it with fn's, then consider n not equal to m. Two different natural number you consider, and corresponding functions fn and fn you can consider. Then consider its product together with some weight function. If we consider, then for integral a to b, if this integration turns out to be 0, then fn is called the family of orthogonal functions. So definition is clear to everyone that what this orthogonality means. You can write your answer in the chat box. Am I audible? Okay. Fine. For different values of n and m, let me consider two different functions fnx and fnx. For example, let us consider here the function sin x and sin 2x. This is the member of family of this function. Yes? Okay. Now, trigonometric formula you have to apply, and for the trigonometric formula 2ss. So for that I have to multiply and divide it by 2. So when I divide and multiply by 2, what I will get this integrand as? Suppose I want to integrate this one. How can I integrate? Please anyone let me know about this. Can anybody give me the answer about this?
Ma'am, we use the
Yes.
half angle formula.
Sorry?
We use the compound angle formula. And then
What you are saying?
Hello? Ma'am, we can use a compound angle formula.
Yes.
And then we can integrate.
What it will be?
Not quite sure.
What is 2ss formula?
Minus of cos 2x plus x by 2.
Minus of cos
2x plus x by 2.
2x plus x by 2.
Plus cos 2x minus x by 2.
Plus cos 2x
2x minus x by 2.
minus x by 2. This with the brackets dx. Dx I am writing it over here. Okay. So suppose, simplification if you see, it is minus cos 3x by 2 plus cos it is x by 2, right? Dx.
Yes.
So when I integrate this with respect to minus pi to pi, suppose minus pi to pi, minus pi to pi. So now you can see what will be the integration. Minus 1 by 2 I can consider common, and then integration of cos is
Minus sign.
So minus minus become now plus. So I will write it as sine 3x by 2 upon 3 by 2. So that
3 by
I
2.
will write it over
By
here.
3.
And again minus sine x by 2 upon 1 by 2. And it is from minus pi to pi. So that is equal to 1 by 2, 2 by 3. When you substitute sine 3 pi by 2. And this is 2 and sine pi by 2, and then we will have minus of sine minus 3 pi by 2, and here minus minus plus sine minus pi by 2. So in any case, what will happen? This is minus 1, this is 1, so this is the factor, and this is plus 1. Of course, I
0,
have
ma'am.
this I have to write it over here. So it will be 0 or not?
Yes.
It will be 0. You can compute this and it will be 0. So this is the example that sine mx nx function is orthogonal with respect to, see here we have not considered any of the function. So wx in this case is just a constant function 1. So we can consider over here the weight function is 1. It may be possible for other polynomials we will get the different kind of weight functions, that depending on x it may be constant functions. But here the constant quantity is 1 over here, and when you integrate this with respect to x, this means sine function is orthogonal function. See, क्या लेना था यहाँ पर fnx for different values of m and n. But I have considered n as 1 and m as 2. 1 is different from 2. So in that case, fnx is sin x, fmx is sin 2x, and we have considered the interval minus pi to pi, and hence the entire integral is becoming 0. Therefore, I can say sin nx function is orthogonal with respect to the weight function 1. Is it clear now, Niti?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Clear. Thank you, ma'am.
Orthogonality. Similarly, right now, why I have considered this definition? Because I want to compute the orthogonality of the Legendre polynomial. So for that, we will consider different values of m and n, and we will try to find out the interval as well as the weight function with respect to which this Legendre polynomial will become orthogonal. Okay, so that is what today's task is. So we will consider first case when m is not equal to 0, sorry, m is not equal to n. At that particular time, we will get the integral as 0. And what will happen if we consider m is equal to n? So at that time, what will be this integration will give us, that we will see. This part is also useful for the Fourier series when we will consider the next chapter. So at that time also, we will talk about this sine function, cosine function, all this thing. So you please keep in mind that what does this orthogonality means, and what does what is its impact on this trigonometric functions. Okay. Do you want to write these things on your note? In your note? I have just given the rough idea. I have written it in a very rough way. Do you want to write down these things for your reference?
Yes, ma'am.
तो फटाफट से लिख लो. I will give you 2-3 minutes for this. Let me rewrite this computation. What it will be actually. Done? All of you are done with this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Those who have written this part for fnx and fmx, they can give the title orthogonality of functions. So let us now consider the orthogonality of Legendre polynomial. So for different values of m and n, integration of pnx into pmx is 0. Interval we have considered is -1 to 1. So within the interval -1 to 1, Legendre polynomial आप कोई भी लोगे for different values of n, तो उसका प्रोडक्ट हमेशा आपको इंटीग्रेशन में 0 ही मिलेगा, right? In another way, what you can say, when you consider two different integers m and when you consider the interval -1 to 1, तो -1 to 1 के बीच में आपको एक ग्राफ अंडर द एरिया ऑफ दिस pnx मिलेगा, pmx मिलेगा. उन दोनों का जब आप प्रोडक्ट लोगे तो वो प्रोडक्ट का जो एरिया है दैट विल बी ऑलवेज 0. मींस फॉर सम केस what will happen, ग्राफ में कुछ पोर्शन x एक्सिस के ऊपर रहेगा, कुछ पोर्शन x एक्सिस के नीचे रहेगा, बट अल्टीमेटली व्हाट विल हैपन, वो दोनों प्लस माइनस वैल्यू सेम हो जाएगी और फाइनली अल्टीमेटली दैट विल एरिया कवर्ड अंडर दिस टू प्रोडक्ट विल बी ऑलवेज 0. That is what the concept of orthogonality for the Legendre polynomial is. So let us try to prove this one. And after proving this one, when you consider m is equal to n, m is equal to n, what will happen to that case? So this is nothing but integration -1 to 1. M is n, so this will be nothing but pn of x square dx, and in that case it will be 2 upon 2n plus 1. Okay, so you can write a note that for n is equal to n, comma, integration -1 to 1, pn of x square is 2 upon 2n plus 1. So in either case, you can write it as integration -1 to 1, pnx dx is equal to first one 0 if n is not equal to n, otherwise it is 2 upon 2n plus 1 for n is equal to n. So some book refer this form. We will try to prove this orthogonality in two portions. First, when n is not equal to n, and then we will consider n is equal to n. At that particular time, we will try to show that this is equal to this. So both the statements combinedly written as this one. Okay. So let us start with the case when n is not equal to n. Neha is joined. Neha, are you there? she is not there. Okay, fine.
मैम शी इज डाउनलोडिंग बट नेटवर्क इशू की वजह से उसके ऐप पे अभी डाउनलोड नहीं हो रहे ऐसा कह रहे हैं.
अच्छा, okay, fine, no problem. So let us do this one. So for n is not equal to n. Those who have made a note, they can refer the legendary differential equations we have considered. Legendary differential equation आप लोगों ने लिखा है या नहीं?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Please बताओगे मुझे क्या फॉर्म है legendary differential equation का?
1 minus x square
1 minus x square.
d square by dx square.
That means y double dash.
Yeah. Minus 2x y dash plus n
Yes.
bracket में n plus
n
1
plus 1.
y is equal to 0.
Very good. So this
Very
is
good.
called the legendary differential equation, and we have proved that legendary polynomial is a solution of this particular equation. That means legendary polynomial will satisfy this equation. Means in that case, instead of y, suppose I write Pn(x) for some n and Pn(x) for some n, then this equation will be also satisfied. That means I can write for n not equal to n 1 minus x square Pn double dash plus minus 2x Pn dash plus n into n plus 1 Pn is equal to 0. And second thing, I can write it as, and let me write it over here, 1 minus x square Pn double dash minus 2x Pn dash plus n into n plus 1 Pn is equal to 0. Yes or no? Since legendary
Yes, ma'am.
polynomial is the solution of legendary differential equation for any n, so for two different values of m and n, I can write this one because I have ignored this Pn of x each and every time because there are many of the terms, and while we will consider the corresponding second order derivative, it will contain more of x and all other terms with combination of m and n. That's why right now I have ignored to write the argument of Pnx and Pnx. Okay, fine. So let us combine this two. So what we will do, we will multiply this first equation with Pn, and we will, what we want actually, we want Pn and Pn both together in the integral. So we will try to multiply this equation with Pn and this equation with Pn, and then finally we will sort it out and we will try to get this particular form so that we can integrate that term with respect to x from -1 to 1. So here let us multiply the first equation 1 by Pn and 2 by Pn, we get. So what we will get? 1 minus x square will be common for both of this. Then we will have Pn double dash into Pn. Here we will have Pn double dash into Pn. Similarly, minus 2x will be common in corresponding terms, and then further the simplification. And actually after this, let us subtracting 1 from this one. So multiplying 1 by Pn, 2 by Pn, and subtracting 1 from 2 or 2 from 1. Subtracting the resulting equation, you can say. Subtracting the resulting equation. What we will get? तो यहाँ से पहले तो 1 minus x square कॉमन निकलेगा. यहाँ पे क्या आएगी? Pn double dash. We have multiplied it with Pn, so that factor minus we are subtracting it from this equation. So Pn double dash into we have multiplied this with Pn. what about the first term of this equation. Then minus 2x यहाँ पे आएगा pm dash into pn और यहाँ पर आएगा pn dash into pn. So what is it? pm dash into pn minus pn dash into pn. Yes, since we are subtracting, that's why we are the negative sign. Then we will have, you can write in this way, plus यहाँ से आप देख सकते हो कि pm into pn, pn into pm. So that quantity will be common, and let us consider the subtraction of this. This is nothing but n square plus n minus n square minus n into pn is equal to 0. Everyone is clear about this equation, how we arrive at this particular equation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just a
Yes.
moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry for this interruption. There is one announcement. Yeah. So this is the equation which we are getting it. So now, what we do, we will, what you can say, this is n square minus n square plus n minus n. So this can be factorized as n plus n, n minus n. So when I consider n minus n common, so resultant factor over here will be n plus 1. Now let us come to this one. We are going to combine these two terms. How we are going to combine these two terms? Let us see. I will write it this term as n minus n plus n minus n common n plus n plus 1. So this will be this one. Okay. So now. Okay, let us consider the term. अभी लिखना मत, शांति से देखो. When I consider the derivative of this term, what is it? So derivative of this means it is pm dash pn minus pn dash pn. Okay, so this is also function of x, this is also function of x. So I have to apply the multiplication rule. Applying multiplication rule, once I consider the derivative of this, I have to consider first derivative of pm dash. So derivative of it I will denote it with double dash into pm as it is, plus let me consider pm as it is, pm dash as it is, and derivative of pn that I will denote with the pn dash, minus, now let us consider the derivative of this with respect to x. Again, both of these are functions of x, so I have to apply the multiplication rule. So for that I will consider first the derivative of pn dash, and it is nothing but pn double dash into pm as it is. Now plus, but since minus sign is there, so again the minus sign, and we'll have pn dash as it is, and pm derivative is pm dash. So this will cancel out with this one, and we left with the quantity pm double dash pn minus pn double dash pn, and that is what the quantity we have written over here. Yes or no? मतलब कि ये जो quantity लिखी है उसका derivative ये है. And second thing, derivative of this 1 minus x square is minus 2x over here. Are you getting this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Therefore, can I write this as, I will write this as 1 minus x square, and इसको मैं लिखूंगी d by dx of this one. So I am writing it as d by dx of pm dash pm minus pn dash pm minus 2x. This right now, this quantity I am writing as it is. So it is Pn dash Pn minus Pn dash Pn plus, have you written this part?
Yes, ma'am.
सबने लिख लिया है?
Ma'am,
Yes,
wait.
ma'am.
Okay, I will give you. I will wait. Just complete it and then let me know.
Done, ma'am.
Done? All of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let me continue with this one. So that is what the explanation of these two terms. Now for this term, we have seen that it will be m minus n into m plus n minus m plus n plus 1. So that I will shift to right hand side, and therefore I can write it as, instead of m minus 1, I will write it as n minus m, negative sign common, and then I have shifted to right hand side. Rest of the quantities will remain as it is, Pn, Pn. Okay, so now you can see this is the term and this is the term. First we have kept this term as it is into derivative of this plus derivative of this and the term as it is. This is the multiplication rule of d by dx of 1 minus x squared into Pn dash Pn minus Pn dash Pn. Can I write these two terms as this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Means what? ये पहले as it is रखा, इसका derivative लिया, plus इसका derivative that is minus 2x and इसको as it is. So I can combinedly write these two terms as this one, and right hand side is already same, that is n minus m plus n plus 1, Pn, Pn. आप देख सकते हो राइट हैंड साइड में हमने ये कॉम्बिनेशन Pn Pm ले लिया है, जिसका हमें इंटीग्रेशन करना है from -1 to 1. Okay. All of you have written up to this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now let us integrate both the sides. राइट हैंड साइड में आप देख सकते हो हमको ऑलरेडी Pn Pm मिल गया है. Ultimately we are going to integrate this with respect to x from -1 to 1. So let us integrate this expression with respect to x from -1 to 1. What will get? So I can write here integrating both the sides with respect to x from -1 to 1 dx. So now I am writing right hand side part first. Okay. These two terms are independent of x, therefore I can take it common. So n minus m, m plus n plus 1, integration -1 to 1 Pn. Now since we are considering the integration with respect to x, therefore I am writing the argument together with Pn, that is Pnx, Pm of x. You can understand why I have ignored the argument to write it over here, because there are so many terms which contains Pm and Pm. That's why I have ignored. But let us now consider the argument of Legendre polynomials, that is Pnx, Pmx, dx is equal to, these two both are functions of x, so I have to consider it in the integration itself, -1 to 1 d by dx of 1 minus x square Pn dash, Pn minus Pn dash, Pn dx. Derivative operator and integration operators are inverse of each other, or you can use the fundamental theorem of calculus over here, and directly you can arrive the conclusion that it will be 1 minus x square Pn dash Pn minus Pn dash Pn from minus 1 to 1. We don't know the value of this one. Of course, it is a polynomial, therefore it will be a finite quantity only. Therefore, when you substitute x is equal to 1 and minus 1, when you substitute x is equal to 1 first, this is the finite quantity, so 1 minus 1, 0. When you substitute minus 1, again this will be the finite quantity, and again this will be 1 minus 1, therefore ultimately this will be also 0, and hence this is proved now, and I can say Pnx is orthogonal. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Unless
Yes,
n minus
ma'am.
m is 0, yeah.
Sorry, Arvind?
Unless n minus m on the left hand side is 0, we get 0.
That's why we have considered n is not equal to n, no?
Yeah.
It is
Okay.
already there.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now we will prove the other case. What will happen that when n is not equal to n? You can see when n is equal to n, at that particular time this will be also 0, and hence at that particular time we cannot say this integral will be 0. So at that time we have to separately evaluate the integration, that what will happen when n is equal to n. Okay. First you finish this one, then I will rub it, and then I will start with the which part n is equal to n. Those who have completed, please write the answer in the chat box. Done. Very good. I want to consider the case now when n is equal to n. But before proving this, I will need the series expansion of the logarithm function which you have already considered. But let me recall, for absolute value of z less than 1, you have computed the Maclaurin series expansion of log 1 plus z. याद है किसी को?
I think the first term is z.
Sorry?
No, I just remember the first term.
It will be n is equal to 1 to infinity minus 1 raised to n plus 1 z raised to n upon n. Actually it is z minus z square by 2 alternating sign, z cube by 3 minus z raised to 4 by 4 plus up to plus, and this is valid only when your absolute z is less than 1. And similarly when you consider log of 1 minus z, at that particular time z will be replaced by minus z in this case. So since you can consider that wherever this even powers are there, so there will be no change in this sign. But the corresponding odd powers will have the with all negative sign. So this two we are going to use. You can note it for your reference. Both of these are valid for absolute z less than 1. Okay, so let us start now. So what we are going to see, we are going to use now the generating function relation for Legendre polynomial to prove the case when m is equal to n. So what is the generating function relation?
1 upon under root
Yes. It is
1 upon under root 2x minus t
so 1
plus
minus
t
t
1 minus
plus
2x
t
t
square
plus
whole
t
raised to
square
minus
whole
1
raised to minus 1 by 2.
is equal to
Summation
summation
n equal to 0 to infinity Pn x into t raised to n.
these two are the condition. Okay. Let me call this equation as equation number 1. Pn x के लिए लिखा है, Pm के लिए भी आप लिख सकते हैं. Why I am considering right now m is different from n because I am going to use the case 1 for m is not equal to n. So I can write it as for m also again for m 1 minus 2xt plus t square whole raised to minus 1 upon 2 is equal to n is equal to 0 to infinity Pm of x t raised to n. The same condition for this also. Give it equation number 2. So what we'll do now? We will multiply these two equations. So left hand side will be now minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2. So it will be square and now the power will be minus 1. In this case we will have two infinite series Pnx, t raised to n plus n. Okay. So let me write multiply equation 1 and 2 or more specifically you can say multiplying the corresponding sides of equation 1 and 2. You can write it over here. Corresponding sides of equations 1 and 2 we get. तो लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में क्या मिलेगा? इन दोनों का मल्टीप्लिकेशन. So it is minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2. So minus 1. So 1 minus 2xt plus t square raised to minus 1 is equal to first the sign this one. Give it equation number 3. What we'll do? We will now integrate this with respect to x on both the sides from minus 1 to 1. So integrating both the sides of 3 from minus 1 to 1. We have so now I am writing this part on this one. Legendre polynomials having the finite quantity. Therefore, this series will be convergent and hence I can interchange the summation sign and the integration sign. Okay, so I will write it as is equal to integration of this with respect to x. Integration of 1 upon 1 minus 2xt plus t square dx. Of course, from minus 1 to 1.
Ma'am,
Yes?
the down part.
Who is this? Yes, Paini?
Ma'am, we are unable to see the equation, the last equation. Can you just turn the camera down?
Sorry?
Ma'am, we are unable to see the last equation. So if possible, can you arrange the camera?
But it is visible in my view. Everyone having this problem or just a Paini?
No, ma'am.
Neetu?
Yes, ma'am.
You are able to see the whole equations?
Yes, ma'am.
Three equations? Paini, you have
Yeah,
seen
ma'am.
myself or not?
Sorry, ma'am.
You have seen myself or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, maybe she just has to zoom out, ma'am.
I cannot zoom out, no? This is the PC. This
No,
is
ma'am.
not the web.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, I
she,
zoomed out, but
Paini.
You are saying to Pahini.
Yeah.
yes, ma'am, I zoomed out, but it's
Yeah, so fine. See, we are going to consider the derivative integration with respect to x. So to have the integration of this with respect to x, since function of x is in the denominator, therefore logarithm function has to be there. But how this logarithm function will be there? So if you remember the formula, integration of f dash of x upon f of x dx at any particular time it is log of f of x. So here we have the function f of x, but we don't have here the corresponding derivative of it. The derivative of this with respect to x is minus 2b. So what I will do, I will multiply and divide by 1 upon multiply and divide by minus 2t, so that I can have the form in this particular form, and hence I can use the corresponding formula. So for this one, the corresponding formula is, this is log of 1 minus 2xt plus t square, and integration is from minus 1 to 1, and when you substitute x is equal to 1, this will be 1 minus 2b plus t square, that means it is square of 1 minus t, and when you substitute minus 1, it will be 1 plus 2b plus t square, that means it is a perfect square of 1 plus t. So I can write this as 1 minus 2t log of 1 minus t whole square minus log of 1 plus t whole square. And from the logarithm function property, this 2 can be considered in the multiplication because it is in the exponent, and hence I can cancel out this 2 and 2, and minus sign I will multiply it with this term. So I can write this term as 1 upon t log of 1 plus t minus log of 1 minus t. Up to this, everyone is clear that how this integration comes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Now we have a question of left hand side part. For the left hand side part, ये दो series है. That those two series are running from 0 to infinity. So since we have proved that whenever m is not equal to n, at that particular this integral will become 0. This t is independent, I can consider it outside of the integration. This is what just integration of pmx and pmx. I have considered this outside. So whenever pn and m are different, this integral will be 0. We don't have the knowledge of when m is equal to n, but whenever n is not equal to m, तो ये इंटीग्रेशन 0 हो जाएगा. तो अल्टीमेटली दिस टू सीरीज रन करेंगे जब भी, तो अल्टीमेटली हमें इंटीग्रेशन में -1 to 1 en of x होल स्क्वायर ही मिलेगा फ्रॉम द प्रीवियस केस. आर यू गेटिंग दिस क्लियर?
Yes, ma'am.
ये समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
जिनको समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, मुझे यस मैम अच्छे से नहीं मिल रहा है सबका, जिनको समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, लेट अस फिक्स m को हम फिक्स कर रहे हैं, m इज फिक्स्ड और बाकी जो सम है उसको लेट अस मूव. m इज फिक्स्ड नाउ, तो ये फिक्स है तो ये पूरी सीरीज भी फिक्स हो जाएगी. एंड आफ्टर फिक्सिंग दिस वन, अभी इंटीग्रेशन में pm फिक्स है और pmx into pnx हो जाएगा is equal to something, right? अभी इसमें आप let us run the series n is equal to 0 to infinity, तो ये क्या हो जाएगा, इंटीग्रेशन -1 to 1 pmx p0x plus of course dx I have to write plus now let us consider n is equal to 1, so again integration -1 to 1 pm of x p1x dx plus up to plus, this is the infinite series. We have proved that this integral is 0 when n is not equal to n. तो मतलब कि यहाँ पे जब n is equal to 0 नहीं होगा तो ये इंटीग्रल 0 हो जाएगा, यहाँ पे जब n is equal to 1 नहीं होगा तो ये इंटीग्रल 0 हो जाएगा. Means suppose I fix my n as 0 only, तो यही एक इंटीग्रल बचेगा, बाकी के सारे इंटीग्रल 0 हो जाएंगे. Similarly when n is equal to 1, तो यही एक इंटीग्रल बचेगा, बाकी के सारे इंटीग्रल्स 0 हो जाएंगे. So ultimately this integral has a sense only when n is equal to n, else all other integrals will be 0 whenever n is not equal to n when we run this series. Now is it clear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
3 ही आंसर मुझे मिल रहे हैं, नीतू, नीति और अरविंद से. बाकी सबको समझ में आ रहा है या नहीं?
Yes, ma'am.
या तो फिर हर बार मुझे चैट में बोलना पड़ेगा आपको लिखने के लिए?
Ma'am, we
Yes.
are yet to add sigma n to n is equal to 0 to infinity and t raised to 2n, right?
What you are talking about?
I mean, is it? I mean, the whole expression reduces to just that, or should we? Are we yet to include sigma n is equal to 0 to infinity?
यहाँ पे मैंने पहले m को फिक्स कर दिया है, अभी आप m को मूव करोगे पूरी सीरीज में 0 टू इंफिनिटी के लिए भी, फिर भी बचेगी कौन सी टर्म when m is not equal to n?
Yeah, I understood that. I mean, is it only the integral that reduces to this?
No, double series will reduces to this.
Okay.
इंटीग्रल रिड्यूस कब होगा, जब आप पूरी डबल सीरीज को इवैल्यूएट करोगे, डबल सीरीज का जब भी समेशन लोगे पूरा का पूरा, तभी आप कर पाओगे.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Actually,
Yes.
let me give you the clear cut idea. ये पार्ट ऐसे ही रखते हैं. Let me consider. Summation n is equal to 0 to infinity. Summation n is equal to 0 to infinity minus 1 to 1 pmx pn of x e raised to n plus m dx. Right? So here, let us consider first the series n is equal to 0. So what it will be? Minus 1 to 1. M is equal to 0, so this will be p0x pn of x plus n is equal to 1 now, so it will be p1 of x pn of x plus up to plus, this is the infinite series, right Arvind?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let us now move n is equal to 0 to infinity, so it will be minus 1 to 1 p0x into pnx 0 to run कर रहा है, so it will be p0x plus p1 of x plus p2 of x plus up to plus dx plus P1x into, now let us run this n is equal to 0 to infinity. So P0x plus P1x plus P2x plus up to plus Bx plus up to plus. This will be the infinite series. Yes?
Okay, ma'am.
Fine.
Ma'am,
So
just a second.
now you can conclude P0 का P0 के साथ ही आपको नॉन जीरो मिलेगा, बाकी सबके साथ मल्टीप्लिकेशन जीरो मिल जाएगा. P1 का P1 के साथ ही जीरो नॉन जीरो मिलेगा, बाकी के सबके साथ इंटीग्रल जीरो हो जाएगा. तो ultimately this is the expansion, double series expansion. I am getting it as -1 to 1 Pn of x whole square dx. Is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am. Just one clarification. In the second step, ma'am. In the second step, where did the t go? T raised to n plus m.
P.
I mean, we have t raised to n plus m in the first expression.
Are you talking about this?
No, no. T raised to n plus m, the one outside the integral in the first expression.
Is there? Sorry, I forgot to consider. It will be there only. Here we have
Okay.
extra t raised to n यहाँ पे आएगा t raised to what you can say m1 हो गया तो n plus 1. But it will not affect the integration because we are taking integration with respect to x. So t raised to power will not be affected. My concentration was
Okay,
on
okay.
this one only since we are going to consider the integration with respect to x only. So it will be there t raised to something, but it will not be
Yes,
affected.
yes.
Is it
Yes,
fine?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now it's fine.
Okay, so now I can write this equation as, it's already time. So just I am writing that equation. What it will be now? We have written up to this one. No, this one. What is the time? It's 10:09. एक काम करिए, आप लोग नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में जाइए. Tomorrow we will start with this one only. Okay?